to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a bit of a different video. I'm just going to do like a sit down chat with me, and then we will I'll go over some things that have been going on in my life lately. And I'm just kind of talking really quietly though too, because the kids are sleeping. So Mila's just here in her swing, and then Santiago's in his crib napping right now. But yeah, I just wanted today's video just to be going over why I haven't been on YouTube in a while and just like catching up with me. So we're just gonna get right on into that. Okay, so we're gonna get right into this video. So yeah, basically, so it's been like really busy ever since I had kind of stopped posting and stuff as much. So we got pregnant with Mila back in last December, and then we ended up having a lot of complications with her pregnancy. I was actually planning on showing a lot more of her pregnancy as we went through it, but it just didn't work out that way. I was very sick with having her, probably because having a girl, like you have a lot more like morning sickness, day sickness, all of that. And then the other thing was also we had a lot of health issues with Mila as well. Yeah, so basically with her pregnancy we had a lot of complications. We had to go down to sick kids quite a few times for some extra testing. So basically when I was 20 weeks pregnant with her, and we did her anatomy scan, and they found some brain complications. So she had some swelling on her two ventricles in the front, and that was concerning. So then they had requested her to go get an MRI done down at Sick Kids Hospital. So when I was 24 weeks pregnant with her, we ended up going down and doing the MRI at Sick Kids Hospital, and that's where they had further tested just to see how severe her brain abnormality was. And they ended up saying that she had agenesis of her corpus callosum. I'll put a little description of it on the top there. And they basically just throughout the pregnancy were just saying like they couldn't tell us how she was going to develop when she was born and everything, that she would possibly have seizures or developmental issues or struggles, but they really didn't know anything else. So we had a really hard time with her pregnancy. We had a lot of extra tests. So the other test we ended up doing was actually down at St. Michael's Hospital, and we did a amniocentesis. I believe I did that probably closer to like 22 weeks, I want to say. They said it took about 2 weeks to get all the results done. So the amniocentesis, they basically take a bit of the amniotic fluid and they do a bunch of genetic testing. So we also spoke with healthcare workers at Mount Sinai. We went through all the genetics with all of any family history of genetics. They went through all of the chromosomes, all of any testing that they could basically do just to narrow down what could have caused her brain abnormality. But basically when they did all the chromosome testing, everything came back with a regular normal count, and there was no indication of anything being abnormal with that. It was just her brain abnormality that had just basically came out of nowhere, and they told us that at that point in the pregnancy it would have never developed because she had been past that point of that full development of the brain. And there's just no answers as to why really that had happened. And you know, not to blame ourselves that like we did something wrong and stuff, which was also really hard to hear and just to basically like process and everything. I do feel a lot better about things lately because I do work in healthcare as well, and I do talk to a lot of other healthcare workers and the radiologists I work with. So it definitely helped a lot as well with that, but it's still something that we deal with every day, that we just don't know how she's going to be developing. And basically just we're taking everything day by day and what tests that need to be done and just kind of go from there and stuff. She's had a couple of other tests, like she's done some ultrasounds ever since she's been born as well, just to kind of see how her brain's doing. We went down to Sick Kids a few times. They requested us to go see a pediatric neurologist, so we actually have a appointment booked in January. So hopefully they could either get her in sooner, or we just have to wait till January to get those results, to see the results of that. They also have recently requested to get another MRI now that she's here, so we're gonna hopefully get the MRI done and soon, and then we'll see if anything is any different. So we kind of just have like a lot on the go with when it comes to Milas, so I definitely do want to share more of that on my channel, and hopefully it can help other families that are going through similar things as well. And it definitely feels a lot better talking about it and just, you know, learning more about it, doing more research and everything. It is a very rare brain abnormality, so it's about 1 in every 4,000. So it's really rare, and they just don't know really how to pinpoint how it happens and in the development. Everyone's very different. They said she can live a very normal life. They told me back when I was still pregnant that she could have a 60 to 70% normal life, they call it. They say like she may not have any learning disabilities or any like complications at all, but it's hard to say until they start developing, and really every baby is just so different as well. So I don't really want to get too much into detail right now. Like maybe I'll share a separate video of our whole pregnancy and how many, like what tests we did, and really pinpoint the days that we did things and stuff like that. But yeah, if you want me to share a bit more of that, leave a comment, and then I will do a video on that, definitely, if you're interested. And other than that, like we've just been just like busy around like the house. I went back to work for about like just over 4 months, and then I had like all those complications and appointments, and then I took my mat leave about a month early just because the appointments were just getting a little bit more each time. And like some weeks I had 3 doctor's appointments, other weeks I had like maybe just 1. So I did start my maternity leave a bit sooner, so I am currently on maternity leave right now so I'm back home with the 2 babies. I'm definitely going to start sharing a bit more about Mila, so I'll hopefully be able to share a bit more about some of her doctor's appointments. Maybe not film like directly in the rooms, but I just want to share some of our journey with how things are going and just our day-to-day life and stuff as well. So I've actually been thinking about maybe changing the name of my channel, just because it's not just kind of like to reflect more on like what I'm going to be sharing. So I'll still do like all my regular, like I want to do more family vlogs, talk about like Mila with her brain abnormality, just bring a bit more like awareness about it, and maybe like help other families that are going through similar things and just connect with people. Do maybe some hauls and just some like fun family activities and stuff, just basic day-to-day life, and just do more like vlog styles of, you know, my days and with the babies. And yeah, like we've just been so busy. Like, we got a dog, and when did we get Nova? I think we got her, actually we picked up Nova on June 25th, so a week, I think that was the week I finished work or something. Yeah. And so we have a puppy, so we got her at 4 months, so she's about like 7 or 8 months now. And she's a purebred King Corso, so we'll see her in our videos as well. And other than that, yeah, I'm just gonna kind of get into the video and we'll just go from there. So I'm just gonna add some other clips of what we've been up to. I have like a couple hauls, some yard cleanup, all of that type of stuff. So okay, can I open them? Thank you. Ah, she's trying to take my parcel. Nova. I think she just smells the guy that delivers it. Maybe he has pets or something. Okay, let's open. What are you doing? Nova. Okay, let's try and yeah, so I just ordered a couple things for the house to get it ready for winter time. Okay. Actually, this one has a pull tab. Is that a pull tab to open it? Actually, no, this one is open. Go and show my dress. What's this one? I got a cover. Oh, this is for the air conditioner. So I grabbed a cover for the air conditioner because with all of the leaves falling and they're kind of getting caught into the air conditioner, and it's a good idea to cover it for the winter so you don't get ice and stuff, like leaves and stuff caught in it, so I want to keep it good. But yeah, it's basically just like a black plastic cover, so I measured ours to make sure it'll fit, and this one I think it was $23, so I'll link it. After tax, it's gonna be like 23 or something. But it just comes in a little bag so you can store it when you're not using it. And then I think it either has like clamps. Actually, yeah, it pretty much sits like around it like that. And then it has a pull tie. Oh my gosh, can I grab it? has this pull tie, so you'll tighten it so that nothing can get in it. I'm not worried about like really mice and all getting in it. It's just more having the leaves out of it so that it stays good. Well, even though like we do get them in the backyard because we back onto a farm, so there's always little mice in the barn and stuff, but you get it pretty much anywhere. And then the other thing I got was some stuff for picking up the leaves. Open this. I'm not very safe at opening packages, but that's fine. No, but you're not interested anymore? She's like, no, I made sure. Oh, it was safe. But we're good. Alright. Yeah, so just some bubble wrap. And then the other thing I got were these reusable leaf bags. You can see. So these ones are actually 132 gallons, so 500 liters. And I got 2 packs. So I don't really know how big that is, but they're basically 31 inches by 39 by, oh no, it's by 70. So 31 by 39. So they're pretty big. So yeah, last year, basically when we first bought this house, I ended up buying the, I guess they're called like a craft bag, so the paper leaf bags that you put on the road when they come and collect them. But we basically have way too many trees here, so we have at least, there's 4 maple trees, and then there's this other big tree that sheds leaves, and then another one over there. The ones in the back I don't really worry about because they kind of blow off more to the farm. But yeah, last year when I raked them, I'm pretty sure I used at least over 40 bags. So, and it was just a lot carrying them to the end of the road. So I was just kind of thinking that this year we're probably just going to try and burn most of them, and then we'll see, because we have enough property here that we can just do it in the back and it'll be good. Yeah, so this is the information. Let me see if it'll zoom. Yeah. And I'll link it as well. So they look pretty good, and they're just oh, and it comes with, I think this is probably like the inner piece. Yeah, there's 2 of them. So to keep it the ring, so that when you put it up, because they're basically just folded away, so they're really, really wide. Holy, you can kind of see like these are massive. Actually, you know what? These are so big. Andre's gonna get home later, and on the weekend when we're doing leaves, he's gonna be like, what on earth did you buy? This thing is massive. So it's basically like this jumbo bag. They weren't kidding when they said that they're like quite massive. But it's actually funny though, because now that I think of it, when you think about garbage bags, they come in certain liters and gallons, and I just thought like 2 really big bags is all that we would need. Okay, and then the other thing that I picked up is actually a new light for our garage. So basically here I wanted to have, we do have a light on this side of the garage that's motion censored, but the bulb hasn't worked since we've moved in, and I just figured that it's kind of it's more of like a dome one where it's probably not going to be that bright. And when I was looking online, I wanted something that's got daylight, like brightness, and this one actually is like a higher lumen, which is 6,000 lumens, and then it is a daylight bulb, so it is going to be really good for at nighttime when I have Nova going outside to go to the bathroom. And then we can definitely hear the coyotes at night, mainly throughout like the winter, I would say, when they're trying to find food and stuff. But so I ended up picking up one of these. So it's an LED light too, so they you can move this however you want it. So these 2 can go moved over straight, or you can angle them. And the reviews on it were really amazing. Like, people said that they leave really bright lights outside, and then it's really good for like a security and just making sure that you can see anything. So if you have a really dark area, and especially like where we live, it's so dark, so it's definitely good to have more lighting coming from the garage, which I'll show you. So coming from the garage towards the house, where we're going to be letting Nova out from this side, and then she can go towards the back. So I'll show you, but that's that, and this one was really cheap. It was $50. And I find that some of the bulbs, because I was looking for a bulb replacement for the back of the garage, and I believe it was around like $17 for a big dome one. So I figured if this one's really good and it does a lot of light here on the side of the garage, then maybe I'll buy a second one and do the back of the garage. Because these ones, you can actually tilt them down instead of out. And when you tilt it down, it'll like shine back onto our veggie garden that we're gonna have next year. And then it'll keep all of the, basically like any raccoons or any like bigger rodents and stuff out of our yard, hopefully, and they'll get scared, but we'll see. So yeah, that's just a little unboxing, and then get back to the rest of our video. Yeah, so what I was saying is this is our side door, which we use all the time, and then it'll be going above the garage door over here in the middle. So it'll be shining more towards the house over here, so all of this area down here is going to be lit up, and then at the very back behind this tree over on this other side, there's going to be our veggie garden. So we'll basically have maybe more light back there, because from the side of the house, this is in our kitchen, you can see, and then if you go all the way to the backyard, there's the veggie garden and the other half of the garage and then their deck and all. So we definitely want to try and light up the back area. Yeah, that's right here is the other pile, and then pile and pile. Come here. Come here, Nova. Come here. You're so lazy, you just woke up. Come here. Nova, go pee. Thank you so much for watching and supporting, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye!